I'm Kayla, and today I'm going to be talking about the Whole30. I wanted to kind of log my progress with it, and I just never did. And so I'm at the end of week 2, and I figured why not start now? So, first off, what is the Whole30? The Whole30 is a lifestyle change. There's a book about it. And you basically rid your diet of gluten, dairy, grains, legumes, sugars, anything processed. You just get rid of all the crap, and you can only eat all natural stuff like fruits and vegetables. You can have any meat, you can have potatoes, as long as there's no added sugar. So that's basically what the Whole30 is. And the reason I wanted to do it was originally just because my friends were doing it too, and they asked me if I wanted to do it with them, and I said, why not? So we started it on, I gotta look at my planner. We started it on July 10th. So that means today is day 13. And we will be done with it on the 8th of August. So I'll kind of start by talking about how week 1 went. So week 1 was difficult. There's a stage called Kill All the Things. I personally haven't read the book. I kind of flipped through it a little bit. My friend has the book. But I've been doing most of my research on their website and through my friend who's also doing it with me. So there's a phase you go through called Kill All the Things. And of course not everybody has the same changes and goes through the same, symptoms as everybody else. But there's a phase in the book called Kill All the Things, and I definitely had that. I think it was probably in days like 3 and 4 where you're just really pissed off. Like, you're just really angry at everything and everyone. Like, you can't eat food. So I definitely went through that in the first week. I think my cravings were the worst during the first week. And I just wanted to eat everything I could get my hands on, but you can't. If you cheat, you have to start over. So that was definitely when I had the most cravings. Since then, I haven't really had any cravings to eat anything. During the first week, I didn't have any headaches or anything, which I know a lot of people have, but I was really tired. It just drained my energy. So that was kind of difficult because I was exhausted. I didn't want to get out of bed. But then around day 7 and 8, starting of week 2, I was waking up with energy, and my energy lasted all day, and I started to feel really good. 7, 8, and 9, day 7, 8, and 9, those were probably the easiest days. Food was fine, my energy was great, I didn't crave anything necessarily, and I didn't feel bored with anything. So that was probably those are probably the easiest 3 days I've had so far. Since then, leading into week 2, there wasn't really anything else in week 1 that was significant. Mostly being just tired and angry. So there was that, and then leading into week 2, I've noticed that I'm just sick and tired of all the foods I'm able to eat. So I'm really sick of chicken. I'm really tired of vegetables. I already have a problem with vegetables anyways. I have to force myself to eat them. So I'm really sick of vegetables. I'm really sick of chicken. And I'm having difficulties with the variety. So I think that's probably my biggest problem in week 2. And I first started noticing having that problem around day 10. So the past 3 days that's the biggest thing. I feel pretty good. I still have all the energy. I still, I'm starting to feel better with my, I can feel my body starting to feel a little better. Yesterday I felt really like good, and so that's been pretty continuous since like day 7. I have just felt great. I've had plenty of energy. I think the biggest struggle in week 2 is just finding different foods to eat, and that's kind of difficult. Like, it's pretty easy to mix it up with like meat and fruits for me because you know, there's steak, there's fish, there's chicken, and like it's easy to find different ways to cook that. But because you're eating so much meat all the time, I don't want to make something that I either am not sure I'm gonna like, or is too experimental, because I don't want to make it and then not want to eat it, because that's just a waste. So there's kind of that problem. And then vegetables, I'm not a huge vegetable fan anyways. So that's kind of hard. It's mostly carrots for me, and I like lettuce and spinach is fine. I just got some broccoli yesterday. But yeah, I would say that's the biggest thing with week 2 is just finding a variety. I think overall in the Whole30, one of the hardest things is that you just like, you have to really focus on what you're eating. Like, you can't, there's so many times in a day where you just go to grab milk because you need it to cook with, or you put cheese in something, or you use beans, and you just can't use any of that. And so you really have to plan what you're going to make and focus on what you're making. So I think that's probably one of the hardest parts about Whole30 is just like, it's just not, it's hard to have like a simple night. Like, there's nights where you're really tired and you've had a long day and you're really hungry and you just want to go grab something really quick or make something super quick, like a quesadilla and carrot sticks. But you can't have that, and like going out is really difficult. I went out to Chipotle last week, and that was great. That was fine. You can have a salad or a bowl without any rice or beans, and you can have the carnitas. You can't have any of the other meat because they use rice oil to cook it, but the carnitas they don't. So you can have carnitas, you can have any of the salsa except for the corn salsa, and then you can have guacamole on it. So that's what I got. I got salad with carnitas, the mild salsa, and guacamole, and it was delicious. It tasted like Chipotle, just minus all the good stuff. So Chipotle was really good, and it was easy to find something that still tasted good and was easy. Yesterday, I went to Cafe Yum with a friend, and the only thing I could get on their menu was like a green salad with salsa and a plain grilled chicken breast on it, and it was fine, but it's not worth spending $8 on. So, you know, it's kind of just easier to stay home. So that kind of sucks because it kind of takes out the social aspect of eating is really hard, and just finding things that are simple and quick. Like, you can't just make a sandwich. So that's really difficult. I think during the first week or so, when it's still really like you're ready and you're still really motivated about it, it's really fun to make all these meals, and like food prep is really exciting. And now it's kind of getting to that stage for me where I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of done baking large batches of chicken and cutting up entire watermelons every week. So I would say that's really difficult. But overall, I'm still glad I'm doing it. I don't feel like quitting at all. I feel really good, and I'm really excited to see what it is like after I'm done with the Whole30. I want to see how I do reintegrating the old foods that I used to eat. That's what you're supposed to do. You slowly integrate the foods that you can't have. I actually wrote it down in my planner for next month. So basically, I'm finishing the Whole30 on the 8th, and what you do is on day 1, after you're done with your Whole30, so the 9th for me, you start integrating one of the food groups that you couldn't eat before. So day one, I'm following what their plan is on the website. So day one is legume day. So I'll probably integrate some beans into my diet that I couldn't have before. And then you wait 2 days and see if you have any like physical body responses to the legumes in your body. So if I eat legumes and then feel really sick the next 2 days, it probably means that my body doesn't like legumes and I shouldn't eat them very often. So then on day 4, I will be trying non-gluten grains, which would be like rice. So I'm really excited for that because I love rice. I'll probably integrate just like really healthy brown rice. I love white rice, and that was one of my weaknesses before this. Definitely like grains and non and gluten grains were definitely a weakness of mine when I started this. So I'm really hoping I can stick to brown rice besides certain occasions. So on Friday the 12th, I'll be trying non-gluten grains and then waiting 2 days. And then I think 7th day, the 7th day is dairy day. And I'm really excited for dairy day because I'm excited to do milk and cheese. They say on their website that throughout the integration process, you're probably going to get sugars that you can't help because the Whole30 is so strict. Like, you're avoiding all sugar unless it's in your fruit or your vegetables or your, it's nothing that anyone is adding to the recipe or the food. So with the integration stage, they say that you can't really help certain sugars from getting in your food since you're starting to go off of the Whole30. But they say it's pretty easy to tell the difference between how your body reacts to dairy versus sugar. So if I eat something that has milk in it but also is kind of sugary or has some sugar in it, if I have energy crashes or headaches, it's probably the sugar. And if I have stomach issues, it's probably the dairy. So my day 7 will be dairy day, and then finally day 10 and the last day will be gluten day, so I can try bread or pasta. And I really want to try the whole wheat stuff, and I want to try to limit my gluten and my grains. So I'm really excited to see how that goes and what it's like getting back to foods that I haven't been eating for the past, month, and seeing what my new, if I can maintain a lifestyle that is healthy and just cleaner than it has been in the past. So I'm excited for that, and I am going to keep you guys updated on how my Whole30 goes. I'll probably try to post something at least every week, so at least 2 more weeks of the Whole30 stuff. I'm sorry I didn't do week one, but I'm here now, and I'm excited to take you along the second half of my journey, and I'll try to show you some of the stuff that I make. I have a few food plans today to do, and I will show you guys those in another video. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.